Well, check this out. Last night, 4 Game 5s. 4 Game 5s around the NHL. They were all tied at 2-2. All of a sudden, like Carolina, Toronto, St. Louis, and then the Kings are like, my germs, baby, my germs. Yo, Paul Bruno, Geoff, Ulrich, I got a question for you. Which one of these is most likely to go to Game 7, Geoff?
All of them. Every single one. No, I'm just kidding. I think the most likely is going to be Minnesota and St. Louis. I love the way that St. Louis offense bounced back last night. Love Jordan Binnington, but the Wild team has been dominating 5-on-5, and I think at the very least they're just too good to get shut down in Game 6. So I looked at that Minnesota St. Louis series as one that had a very high likelihood to go 7 early on, and there's no reason to think the way the series has gone that Minnesota isn't going to bounce back and push it to 7.
And Paul, Charlie McAvoy comes back for the Bruins here. Didn't end up mattering at all. But I'm looking at that series with your Maple Leafs and the Lightning. It is back and forth. So if that continues, a little seesaw match, we're going to a Game 7.
I'll give you my thoughts on all 4. Carolina sent a loud message last night with their easy win. That's going to be over very soon. St. Louis won Game 5 on the road and should advance. Coming home, they should be hyped to take that win. And somebody wised up and said Tarasenko was on a big game yesterday. Remember who that was, by the way?
Edmonton. Yeah. Was that AJ?
Edmonton is in real trouble after being dominated, Geoff. I don't like the way they lost that game at home. You can say, but it went to overtime, but they got outplayed territorially by a wide margin last night. That just shouldn't happen against an undermanned.
They didn't even touch the puck in overtime, Paul.
Well, that's right. And then you got the Leafs in Tampa, and who's kidding who? This series is going 7. You know why it's going 7? It's in the Leafs' bloody DNA. How about that?
Yeah.
Every series going 7 games. So there you go.
All right. Love it, Paul. Thank you very much for that. So we only have 3 games tonight because, as everybody knows, Avalanche took care of business really easy, handling the Predators easily in 4 games, rather. So tonight, 3 games, dudes. Penguins and the Rangers. Pittsburgh's up 3-1. The Caps-Panthers series is tied at 2. We got the Stars and Flames tied at 2. Paul, who do you want to pay up for in DFS at center?
I'm looking at 2 guys. One is the obvious guy in Calgary, Lindholm, centering their top line for $6,200. That's a bargain. I don't know why he's priced so low. We're talking about a 40-goal shooter in the regular season, and he's flanked by 2 of the most explosive scoring wingers in the game. So Elias Lindholm, a bargain at $6,200. I also like Sam Bennett of Florida for $5,000. You get the second-line center for Florida, and he centers a fellow by the name of Jonathan Huberdeau, one of the leading scorers in hockey. So, they're going to be in and around the net, buzzing all night long. That's 2 centers that aren't top of the charts, but certainly key pieces in the lineup that I'm putting together for tonight's action. All
right, Ulrich, who is your dude at the dot?
Yeah, so, obviously we got Barkov, Crosby, Zibanejad at the top, and I'm looking at Mika Zibanejad at 6,500 as a player to kind of build around tonight. I really think at the very least the Rangers are going to push on offense. You still got Louis Domingue in net for the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's just you've got to figure that the Rangers at least offensively make a push tonight. I don't know if Shesterkin's going to bounce back enough to be able to shut down that Penguins offense and push it to 6, but I think the Rangers offense does bounce back. So building around their first line makes sense to me. And I think for a contrarian play, the Dallas Stars first line is worth a look tonight. Rupe Hintz, one of my favorite players in the league, great 2-way player. If Dallas does pull off the upset tonight, it's probably because Rupe Hintz did something crazy, like maybe score a shorthanded goal or something. So 5,400, I like him as a contrarian move tonight.
All right, what's your move at wing, Geoff?
Yeah, and we'll stick with the Stars. I think Jason Robertson at 5,600 is overdue to do something in this series. Joe Pavelski's scored some goals, but Jason Robertson is such a slick winger. Again, if you're playing the contrarian move in GPPs, not many people are going to be targeting the Stars. I know Calgary's had like 50 shots the last 2 games, but if Dallas wins this game, it's going to be on the back of guys like Robertson and Rupe Hintz. So I think pairing those 2 makes a lot of sense. If you're going to pay up for someone, I don't know why you fade Jake Gunsel at this point, scored goals in every single series. One move you could make if you're going to fade Gunsel is just to use Sidney Crosby with Brian Rust. Rust is probably overdue for a little bit of a breakout himself, had 9 shots on goal in Game 1. That Penguins first line just dominating right now.
You liked them to take this series, right? Wasn't it last week?
I do. I mean, I just think Pittsburgh, the 5-on-5, they're the dominant team. They didn't show it at all times during the regular season, a little bit up and down, but when they get goaltending, as you show, as we see, I mean, they can beat a team like the Rangers quite handily because they're just the better team, 5-on-5.
All right, Paul, winger. Which one needs to be in your lineup?
It's a Calgary stack. That's the easy call. They're going to be largely owned, but you don't want to miss out on Gaudreau and Tkachuk, priced at $6,200 and $5,900. This team will not blow it at home, and these guys will be a key reason why they win, and they'll win it going away. TJ Oshie, a longtime playoff performer for Washington, I think is a guy that will be low in terms of ownership. The Caps are throwing a big-time scare into Florida, and if that continues, you can bet Oshie will be front and center there. He costs only $3,800. He'll play top 6 minutes. He's on the power play. Great value for that price. And then Artemi Panarin of the Rangers, they got to answer, and they got to answer on the shoulders of their best players. It's put up or shut up time for the Blue Shirts, and Panarin's been one of the league's leading scorers for the last couple of years. He won't fall short. He'll represent tonight, and that'll cost you $6,000.
All right, Paul, back on the blue line here. Is tonight a pay-up spot, like with just 3 games? You have 3 dudes that are going to cost at least $6,000.
No, I'm spending on the forward line, so I'm finding a power play quarterback for Calgary. It's a Calgary stack night, and Rasmus Anderson's a part of that for $4,400, coming in cheap. Great value on the back end in behind that top line, so that quartet will be in there. And Jacob Trouba is a guy that shouldn't be overlooked, but he is consistently in DFS play. He's priced at $5,100, so that's because he's got 30 shots on goal in his last 10 games, along with 21 blocks, averaging a nice double-figure return in DK play on a regular basis. And I expect the Rangers to be heard from tonight, so he'll be a part of that action too.
Geoff, a defenseman you need to roster tonight.
Yeah, there's still some pretty good value here. We only have a 3-game slate, but like Mike Matheson of the Pittsburgh Penguins, really good value at $3,700. Again, that offense has just been clicking, and I don't expect them to necessarily get shut down completely tonight. I think that the Rangers could make a push, but I think Pittsburgh will still get some goals. And Miro Heiskanen, again, if you're going to play the Dallas Stars like a mini stack there with like Robertson and Hintz, why not throw in Heiskanen, who's playing big minutes? He produces in block shots and shots on goal. So if you're going to go contrarian there, make that move. But I think my pay-up option, I'll take the discount on John Carlson at $5,900. I'm with Paul. Like, I think Washington is really going to push Florida in this series, perhaps even grab the upset again tonight. John Carlson, you can pair him with some of their cheap wingers like an Oshie or just pay up for Ovechkin. But I like Carlson the most of the top 4 guys. You get him under $6K, that's good value.